Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to learn how to create water droplet using Photoshop. This tutorial is gonna be quite short. So what you need to do, make sure that you download a high quality image of a leaf and load it on your Photoshop, and you'll be ready to go. So here we have my image, a JPEG image. I've loaded it on my Photoshop. So I'll come to layers. There you have the background layer. So the first thing you do is that you come down here and you create a new layer. You click on it, double click, and you're going to rename this layer and call it water droplet. So still on this layer, you're going to come to the elliptical marquee tool. We select the elliptical, you hold shift, and then you come to the leaf and draw that circle. Still with that circle, sorry, let me make a better round. With that circle, I'm going to come over here and flip the background color. It should be white on top of another color, so it should be on top. Then next you come to gradient and make sure it's a linear gradient, so that's okay. You come, you hold shift and take your cursor on the top left area on the marquee drawing we made, and then you're going to drag across, and then you have a gradient like that. Then come back to the still on the layer, and then you change it to an overlay like that. Double click on the layer to reveal the layer style. Then you click on inner shadow, come to blend mode and select linear burn, and then from there come to opacity. You're going to adjust it to 40%. Then uncheck, make sure the global light is unchecked that way. For the angle, -30. Distance should be 2 pixels. Size supposed to be 5 pixels. And then you come to the drop shadow, click on it, change the blend mode to linear burn. Opacity should be 30%. Angle should be -127. Make sure the global light is unchecked. Distance just to 10, and size should be 14, and then you click OK. So from there you're going to come down here, we create another layer. We're going to call it highlight. So with the highlight on, still make sure that you have highlighted the background should be still white. You set the foreground should be white, and the background should be a darkened color. Come to brush tool, and then you're going to adjust hardness to 90%, and for the size I'm going to adjust to around 60. With that, you just come to the top left corner and then you click once, and you're going to have that effect. So there we have already formed our droplet. So what I'm going to do is that I click on highlight and I press on control and click on water droplet. Now what I want to do is I want to create copies of these layers, but before I do that, I'm going to press Control G or Command G if you're on iOS, and I form that group. Then I create with group 1 highlighted. I'm going to press Control J to create another group, just to duplicate the same group. You can still cut, take 6, proceed. Highlight. I'm going to highlight. I'm going to press Control and highlight the two layers. And what I want to do to duplicate them, I'm going to press Control J. There we have our droplet has been duplicated. Now this copy, that I can decide to resize it. I just need to click Control I. Sorry, I need to make more copies, so just click again Control J and have more copies. Now what you can do is that you can group each of the two layers so that it's going to be easy for you to work with. For example, highlight copy 2 and water droplet copy 2. I click Control G and there I'm able to group them. I highlight the highlight copy and the water droplet copy, and then Control G, I create a group. So here I'm left with the original highlight and water droplet. Now with this, I can click on this group and I press Control T, and that way I'm able to adjust it accordingly, like that. I come to group 2, Control T, and I'm able to adjust the droplets the way I want them, like that. Come to the original and I also group them, Control G, and I'm able to move them around as a group. So I click on that, resize to the desired size, and there you have your water droplet. One more thing I want to do is that I want to create another droplet which has an asymmetrical shape. So what I'm going to do is that I come to any group, Control J, and I'm able to create a copy of that droplet. Then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to highlight the particular group that I want to work with, which is this one, group 3. I come to edit, transform. You need first to click on the water droplet layer, then come to image, transform, and then warp. Now with warp I can adjust this shape to whatever I want. I want this droplet to appear as if it's flowing. The water in the droplet is flowing downward like that. Let me just twist it a bit. There. Perfect. There you go. Thank you very much. That's all for today. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you.